Mitchell Systems and Beauty Supply Group. I'm here today to deliver you guys my 2015 Preview You Holiday Style. Because you're bold and because you're beautiful. So when I was sitting here thinking about the best way to make these videos, I was thinking about the best way that it's actually helped our salon with these amazing tools and techniques. So about a month ago, I started training to be able to actually teach these classes and decided what better way to learn how to do these up styles is to bring them into my own salon. So every single Friday and Saturday evening for the whole entire month of September going into October, I would offer every single one of my Friday night and Saturday night guests an opportunity to have a free glass of wine and a free up style because you're bold and because you're beautiful, to see how well this would go over in our community. After doing 4 weeks of this, I've actually realized that 25% of my clients actually called me up and told me that they wanted to forever continue to book their appointments later in the evening, knowing that they have evening jobs that they would like their hair up for, or parties or events that were going on in our community during this fall season. So I went to the girls in my salon and told them the success that I had just learning how to do these updos properly and efficiently. So we started our own marketing campaign via Facebook and in the salon, saying if you get your hair done on Friday or Saturday nights, we would offer an amazing updo for half the price of our normal updos on top of the average service ticket of a client that was already pre-scheduled those evenings. Since we've done that, each individual girl in the salon has increased their revenue by 35%. So 35% for 1 month of the month of September going into October is quite substantial this day and age. So that's my favorite thing with working with John Paul Mitchell Systems is that we have talented stylists daily coming up with amazing ideas and concepts that we can bring into our salon, utilize on our guests. Our guests go out in the public, they're happier with how we are as stylists, and then in return they're handing out our business cards to their friends. So thank you guys so much, John Paul Mitchell team, for being able to give us all the tools for success that we absolutely need. And I'm super excited today to walk you guys through two of my favorite up styles in our 2015 holiday style. So peace, love, and happiness. Hope you enjoy. We're going to start today with because you're bold. How we got into this exact point in time where we're at right now is we actually pre-washed our doll head today using the Extra Body Daily Shampoo and Conditioner. This shampoo and conditioner is color safe and adds maximum bodybuilding factors into our guest hair, because for this look we're going to want bigger tops and smaller bottoms and maximum results. After we've gotten back from the wash house after shampooing with the Extra Body Daily Shampoo and Conditioner, we went through and actually used our Fast Form. Fast Form is a great product, gives us good slip, good texture, and it's an amazing cream gel, so it's going to give us a lot of body and a lot of movement to give us a little bit of a stronger hold factor to be able to get us to these results that we chose. When we went to blow dry our guest, we actually used the Express Ion large round brush. The cool thing with the large round brush is it's got the same exact Express Ion complex infused into the whole entire thing. So it actually helps heat the hair from the inside out, decreasing drying time. The coolest thing with the Express Ion round brushes that most other companies don't offer is our corkscrew-like bristles that sit outside of them. Those help us actually securely and accurately grab the hair, pull it in, and keep it securely fastened to the round brush, as this round brush is heating up using 32 volcanic minerals to actually give us that faster drying time. The blow dryer that we chose to use for this actual style is our Express Ion Turbo Light Dryer. The great thing with the Turbo Light is our lightest dryer for holding, and actually has the fastest and hottest motor out of all of them. So it gives us the capability to be able to work smarter, not harder, by using a lighter blow dryer with a stronger motor. So we went through, flat wrapped the hair initially to be able to reduce the amount of moisture in the hair using our 413. Our 413 is a great paddle brush, wonderfully squishy memory in the beginning of it, so it allows our guests not to have that tension and that strain while pulling the hair, and has silicone balls on the ends of each one of the bristles to be able to make sure that we don't snag and pull the hair. As we are actually going through, we're using our blow dryer with the end of the sculpting brush, and we're flat wrapping, moving in opposite directions of the hair to be able to reduce the moisture. We went through, round brushed the whole entire hair to give us a sleeker end result. Once we got done, which I've obviously fast forwarded to, is we have the hair padding donut put into place. I will go through how we actually got to this point. The way that we worked was we actually utilized our teasing brush. The teasing brush is amazing. It's got ergonomic design that your hand actually fits into it beautifully. With multi-tier bristles, that actually gave us sky-high results with minimal effort. So it's a really cool brush, and it also too allows us to be able to get in the hair and lift it on up. So because you're bold, we wanted it to be very disheveled, very sexy, very erratic. So we went through and we kind of brushed it, allowing hair to be able to fall out from it, going all up to a very, very, very high ponytail area. Once we've gotten to that ponytail area, the wonderful thing that we use here with Paul Mitchell is actually taking advantage of the fact of bobby pins and actual hair ties. So I'm going to get a little closer so that you guys can see them. We take 2 ponytail holders, lock them together, and put a bobby pin on either one of those sides. That gives us a stress-free in ponytail and allows us to work them in and lock them in. So once we got the hair all the way up, I went in through the back side of it, not opening up a bobby pin, because obviously if you look at them pretty good, they're already open. They're only going to accept what they really need to accept to be able to do their job. So with pre-opening them up, we're actually stressing the bobby pin out, putting too much hair into it, and it doesn't give us a successful pin. So I slid it in through the back side. Once I slid it in, taking the rubber band, wrapping around the other side, finding the old bobby pin and sliding it back through its own bobby pin. So what that did was I'm taking 2 bobby pins and interlocking them like that to create their own ponytail holder. To be able to successfully make sure that these stayed in progress, I went in through this one side at the opposite direction from the back panel from the other side, wrapped it around, and relocked it on the other. The 2 of these will actually make it so that you have 4 bobby pins actually perfectly crossing over each other to make it so throughout your guest's evening, no matter how much head dancing that she does, she's not going to lose this end result. So when we got the bobby pins obviously set in place in the ponytail perfectly at the top part of her head, we took our hair padding. Some hair paddings like this one actually already came with an elastic band in the inside to keep it closed. That's really good if you're using it as a donut to create a bun, but we're actually going to be creating an upright bun, which is pretty cool. So I cut the inside of that to be able to open it on up. I took 2 bobby pins from either side, came in from one area, locked them in on another, came in through one, locked on the other to make it continue to sit upright. Now that we've gotten this upright position, what we're going to do is we're actually going to take the ponytail and we're going to feed it right through this hair padding bun. Now once we've actually gotten it through the hair padding bun, you guys are going to see from the back end on how we don't see any ponytails and we actually just see this kind of cruising on through. So this is going to be our base when we're working at it. We actually don't want to use any bobby pins until the end result because we don't want to leave any exposed bobby pins on the back end side. So now that we've created this, we're going to create multiple of sections. We're going to actually use our Paul Mitchell Pro clips to be able to clip these back until we figure out exactly the best way to actually hide this hair matting. So go on through, find our little sectioning, take this top one, using our teasing brush to be able to actually smooth out this end result and popping that on over and using our Paul Mitchell Pro clips. I love our Pro clips because they're actually antimicrobial that'll help us as stylists be able to clean these a lot more sufficiently so that we're not passing anything on to our guests. So we're going to take another side view, come on over. I'm going to slide that into the existing clip that's already sitting back there. We're going to go with our third parting right here, still leaving some hair out because we need to start playing and working with. So now that we got all 3 sections put into that same exact Pro clip, we're going to kind of work around trying to find the best way to utilize the smallest amount of hair to cover this hair padding. And see with those 3 sections, all we're pretty much focusing on is just getting from the top of the hair padding over to the other top of the hair padding. So now that we have those set in stone, we're going to use our extra body finishing spray. So what this is going to do is it's going to utilize pathanol, wheat protein, and just a really good, nice, firm, but yet not extra firm hairspray to be able to lock those areas into place, covering all of that hair padding. So now that we have that section actually set in stone, we're going to remove this hair clip, and we're actually going to go through with a bobby pin and secure that into place in the back. Then what we're going to do is with our last two sectioning is we're going to use those to actually cover up that base. So we'll take over onto the right hand side, cover up, pop it on in, take our little bobby pin, grab the hair, and slide it into the base of that hair padding, and vice versa. Come on over through the other side, secure that in, which is going to leave us with some fun fringe kind of cruising around the face part of her hair. We're also going to take these ones from the back, move them forward, and we're going to open up, follow through, and then pop that down. So then we go through, and with these little end pieces, which obviously our guest, Dollhead, didn't have a sufficient amount of hair to be able to support this, you can actually kind of go through, back comb it, make it kind of disheveled, pull some things out around her face to give her more hair down, to be able to soften this fun pompadour shape, utilizing a hair pad and giving it fun texture. Now if you have enough hair, you can also go back through the back end side of this ponytail and bring it out through the front, similar to how that guy comes on out. And you can actually back comb those to actually open and expand shape around that actual bun. Our guest obviously today did not have enough hair to be able to support that. So you kind of, for each individual guest, kind of just work with what the hair type and the fabric that you have and the density that you have. Because the main goal is to be able to get this round, open pompadour shape on the top part and making sure that you actually cover that hair padding sit on top of. Go back on through with a little bit of extra body hairspray and kind of finalize her end results. The coolest thing is even though you have this open eyelet shape in this front area, and if you feel like that your bun kind of slacks, you can always take bobby pins, move it on over, open them up, pop them on in to secure them. The great thing is with all of our Paul Mitchell up styles is there's a lot of room for your own personal creativity and your own personal liking for the way that they are, but at least gives us this amazing, fun, kind of Pebbles, Bam Bam, Fred Flintstone look that everyone's going to enjoy this year. And then when you look at the back, you see this beautiful twisted, wrapped around, you can't see any of the hairpins, any of anything. It's a pretty classic, fun little evening look for your guests. So I think she's quite special, and I think that her evening tonight is going to be quite fantastic with her amazing updo. So because you are amazing, this is the reason why we create these up styles. So I hope you enjoyed. So we're moving on to now because you're beautiful. So we actually fast forwarded through and actually already crimped our guest's hair. So the way that we've gotten to this exact point in time is we've actually used our Paul Mitchell brand Instant Moisture Daily Shampoo and Daily Conditioner. The reason why we used that was we wanted to make sure our guest has the most moisture and the best success for this up style with using the shampoo and conditioner. We blow dried our guest's hair using our Nero Dry. This is actually the dryer that I use every day in the salon. The reason why I do it is because of its Smart Sense Micro Trip. The cool thing is with the Nero Dry dryer is it's got an 1875 watt DC motor, which is absolutely one of the most powerful motors that Paul Mitchell has to offer. The best thing with this dryer is it offers a 2-year warranty that as a stylist can actually go on to paulmitchellprotools/warranty.com and fill out for our guests, or the guests can fill them out for ourselves. The one thing that has actually the best results with the Nero Dry Smart Sense Microchip is it's got a light up screen here that lets us know that when our filter's needing to be clean and how we can instantly pop off the back, clean our dryer, and pop it back on. It's got 4 speed settings with 4 heat settings that are already preset with our dryer, with our on switch higher up and then higher down. So after we blow dried our guests' hair utilizing our Nero Dry, we went through before we used our Par Mitchell Pro Tools Express Ion Crimper. Unfortunately, the crimper has been discontinued. I'm kind of hoping that it's going to come back because crimping is super getting back into style. We used today a actual 3-barrel. We used our Express style hot off the press. The great thing with hot off the press is it's meant for dry hair, and it's got thermal styling heat activators in it that helps us actually seal the hair in, give us a better result, totally humidity resistant, and actually keeps us from not allowing to burn our guests' hair. So once we went through and crimped all of their hair, we chose to find a parting side depending on what side our guests' hair prefer their hair to go to. So Fiona today decided that she wanted her hair from going from the left-hand side over into the right. Once we've gotten it all crimped and everything put in stone, we're going to use our Paul Mitchell brand smoothing category gloss drops. Gloss drops are amazing. They're super thick silicone based smoothing serum. It gives us tons of shine, helps with the anti-humectic properties, and gives our guests a shinier end result. So we're going to go through and we're going to kind of just coat everything down and put everything into place. Now that we've gotten all of the products pulled through Fiona's hair, we're going to actually start with the base of the style. So we're going to use our teasing brush. We're going to find her part line, follow that down, and drop it right, give or take, behind the backs of her ears on either side. The cool thing with using either the Paul Mitchell crimper or a 3-barrel or whatever tool that you guys choose to use, it's giving us a ruffled texture that we're actually able to make this updo stay in place and give us an expanded shape that we wouldn't have if we chose to actually curl the hair. So I will show you guys how we pulled front parts out. Now that we've created this front part, we got the back base of her hair. We're going to actually make an oval shape following down from the division line from the front panel area on over. So now that we have our oval shape, we're going to kind of comb this into place using our teasing brush. And about 2 inches away from the base of the scalp, we're going to actually put our first rubber band. The reason why we're putting the rubber band is we're going to be able to have a good anchor for where we're going to go through. So now that she's got her anchor, see how we have this wonderful shape? We're going to be able to actually twist and move that bobby pin so it doesn't, or that rubber band so it doesn't even exist. So we're going to go through after twisting everything to our right hand side. We're going to grab some of that hair, pop a bobby pin through to be able to securely fasten that into place. And what I'm going to do is that she's going to want tons of volume, is kind of go back through and pull some of this hair out. So you definitely need to hold on to that base of the twisted area to give us more of an amazing pompadour, fuller crown area end result. Great. So there she is, back part of it. So our next sections are is we're going to follow around the hairline, leaving some hair on out because she's going to want to party with some hair down today. Following the hairline, leaving those pieces out. We're going to kind of comb this on through. And once we kind of get to that area, we're going to give it a little bit of a twist. And the twist is going to give us the opportunity that once we have this all securely put in, we're going to be able to pull those twists on out to give us a more of an expanded shape. So we're going to use our Paul Mitchell Pro clip to securely put that in as we're still pulling over to the one side. Follow through and doing the same exact idea on the other. I'll give you guys a basic idea of where her hair is actually living at now. So we have our initial twist sitting right there, one that's cruising over, one that's capping over, and we still have that front fringe line that we're actually going to pull on in into the next segment. So once we get those two sections twisted and pulled back, we're going to take these clips out, holding the hair securely into place, and we're going to put our secondary rubber band. So we're going to go through 3 times. And now that we've gone through these, we're actually going to lift the hair up with our 2 fingers and we're going to pop it on through. So with popping it on through, it's kind of creating a little bit of it like a topsy-turvy type look. And we're going to pull those on out to give us more of a messier look to it. And if you feel like that you want a little bit more twist into those, you can actually drop it back on through and do it again. So then from there, we're going to use a little bit of our soft spray. It's a wonderful finishing spray out of the Paul Mitchell brand. And it's going to give us a really soft end result. And it's going to help us lock everything into place in the back. So that we start seeing, the fact is we have one shape up here with twisties, another shape dropping down here with twisties. And the fun thing is with the soft spray is it allows us to have the opportunity before it dries is to kind of go through and figure out where we want this hair to live at and start playing with it to give us this expanded shape, fun print up to. So we're going to start working with our back panels, our final panels for this updo. So depending on the guest face shape and how much hair she wants down, you can kind of pick little pieces to go down so that you can have those for fun. And then you can twist this one back. Once again, putting another pro clip in place. Taking this other front section, maybe saying that she's got the one piece dragging over there. So we're going to leave one up and over her ear on this one side. Just a little fun to kind of give her a great little shape with some hair falling down, but not too much. And then go back on through. We're going to take our clips on out now that we have set those in stone. And we're going to do our last ponytail. Down, twist it on up, and pull those apart. So you guys can start seeing in the back exactly what shape we started creating is complete, messy, tons of fun, great expanded shape. You can go back through and start looking at your guest and making sure that her head's looking pretty straight and how we want all of this shape to go through. So you can always move, manipulate, move things over, fill in spots, make everything better. If you want her to have some bigger, more ravishing hair, you can kind of go back through, comb that shape, and that'll start expanding it up and out so that her hair looks bigger than actually where it's actually living at normally. And the cool thing is with having, this texture from having a crimper or a 3-barrel, it just gives her more of an expanded shape that she would normally have when she's kind of going on out, so that your focal point is all of this beautiful twisting and knotting down to this bigger shape down in the back. You can kind of go through on the sides, pick those on up, look at her from the front, lift some areas on up. Because you're beautiful gives you a lot of room for experimenting and playing with depending on your guest. So if she wants a sleeker look, you can also offer her a sleeker look. If she wants more of a pompadour shape where she feels like she needs more hair up off of her face, you absolutely can. And with using great products out of our soft style, like the soft sculpting spray, it never dries too fast or too hard so that you can't actually go back through and redo some of her style. So here is our end result. Great side twisted, everything pulled back away from her face. Good shape in the front, securely fastened so that she's ready to actually go out and party. My girl chose that she wanted to have a little bit more lift right there. You can always pull that down, leave some more hair down. The great thing with upstyling is we give you guys the tools and techniques and products absolutely necessary to create these amazing upstyles, and then allows you as a stylist and with your guests to be able to actually give them the end result that they're looking for. So I'm pretty sure our guest tonight, because she's beautiful and because she's bold and because she's amazing, is going to go out and have a wonderful evening. So thank you guys so much for this 2015 holiday style. It's been absolutely amazing and fun to be able to bring these tools, products, and techniques into my salon and give my guests an extraordinary experience at the end of their normal service ticket, and allowing them to go out and have fun with upstyles that no one in our community is yet let to learn, and allows them to be able to be the princess of the ball, kind of speak, and allows us as stylists to actually be the best that we absolutely can. So thank you guys so much, John Paul Mitchell Systems and Beauty Supply Group, for giving this amazing opportunity to be one of your guys' national educators and letting me share the knowledge and love that I have for Paul Mitchell and for our industry to make sure that we absolutely have everything that we need to be successful. So thank you guys once again. I hope that you guys enjoyed my 2015 preview of the holiday style. Peace, love, and happiness, and I can't wait to see you guys again on my next tutorial. Have a good night.